Alright, we're back from another angle. A couple of substitutes being made. Johnny doesn't put his foot over the line and throws it in and shouts for a handball there. Cleared out. Josh Akeem looking to win that. Nicely done and calmly done. Can Dan make a pass? Yes, he can on the right side. And he's got a good delivery, an excellent delivery over the keeper. And that's a sitter in most people's level. It really was. He threw his head at it. I'm presuming it was Dave Bruce, is an excellent header of the ball. Yeah, it is Dave, unfortunately. Oh, it's Donny, apologies. Oh, and you know how much that means to him that he's come back and made that challenge. Johnny doing well down the left-hand side, and Donny tackled there and kicked out of play. So it is 2-0 to the Whites at this point. Ed has come off amongst all that. He's got a hamstring injury. I just spoke to him in the changing room. Nice turn. Looks like it's going to be a goal kick. I thought the defender might have gotten a touch on that. Plays it quickly to Kenji on the ball. Kenji Ruiz looking to play it long to Fede. Axel can't get on it and Fede does, and he takes it on his chest. Plays it out to the left-hand side, and you can hear the shouts of CCC from the fans on my right-hand side here. They're loving this, as is Rustam Stahl. Keeper comes out, Andreas, and takes that nicely. Yeah, we're probably going to be only getting a recording of the first half here, and might see a bit more action. There are tackles. It is a derby, you are aware of it, and mostly slide tackles from the Bees, and little stretch on the ground there. And I'm used to being a referee 6-a-side, and every time I see that I think free kick, and that's a crunching derby tackle there where the ball wasn't taken by Gaz, and he will go into the referee's book, understandably so. And if we did have VAR, which I probably am seen to be, we might have a different view on that. Free kick in the middle of the park, and they could come on and treat the player without the player having to go off the Bees. It's because a yellow card was brandished to the number 10 for the Glebe Gorillas, Gavin Burns. If a yellow card is given to a player for that challenge, you may come on and treat that player without that player having to go off the pitch. And it is the Bees launching it in, a decent one towards Kenji, who flicks it nicely. He read that extremely well, the big man. He's probably over 45 at this stage. Up and down the pitch. Nice touch, Stevie on the ball. Now leaves it to Kenji, and Alex making a run inside, and Kenji don't know exactly what was going through his head there. A little bit of pressure from the Reds. They are putting in the tackles in the middle of the field. So we have Raul coming in here, and Donny going up for the ball, comes off Kenji's head, and DJ wins it nicely. Plays it back to one of the more calmer players on the Red team, and that is Sammy. And the speed of Fede. He hasn't signed for anyone for years, but he signed for the Gorilla Bees, and he's showing exactly what he can do there, Federico. Well done, Fede. Nice flick. Nice turn again by Fede. Keeper calls for it and defended well by Swanee. Under lots of pressure now, the Whites. They really are. They are 2-0 up, I understand. I didn't see the second goal. Just been told by Ed. His hands are into his stomach, not at all. Referee's in a perfect view for that. His hands were not away from his body at all, Raul. What are you on about? And a long range distance finds Alex in an offside position. Lino was in an excellent position to see that. I wasn't, but it did look like Josh either recovered well or was there in the first instance. Back to Andres as Donny keeps his position on the left-hand side, and Dan does come infield to get that, and Dave plays it first time to where Dan should be, but he came infield and he's there again. He's done excellently. How you doing, Raul? Good to see you. Raul, some of the finest skills for an over 45 player, probably an over 55 player at this stage, as we have a chance in the box for the Whites. Comes to Dan at the edge, has a swing and a miss is the best description of that at the edge of the box. Looking to break is Pinto in the middle, out towards Steve, and Johnny does brilliantly. It looked like he was going to rugby tackle if it had gone past him anyway. He wasn't letting that ball go past him. That's the heart and soul of Johnny O'Driscoll, who's having a good game at left back. Gaz Burns has taken the captaincy and he's on a yellow. Substitution, Rustam Stahl, another possible over 55 or close to it, coming on the left full back position. He's an absolute warrior and he's been with the Gorillas from the start. When we had one team, just about. Oh, Kenji loses it. Looking to pull the trigger as Scotty does, and he's blocked, and Brian is massively out of position. I think Gaz has gone back to that centre half position because he's got a slight calf issue. Brian has gone into midfield. Does well to get in front there. Lots of pressure from the boys in red though. Looking to pass it at every possible moment. A lovely touch by DJ. Centre back with Guillermo. And we're going to have another card, and it looks like it is for the Whites again. We're going to have to be careful. It is a derby, I understand, but it's first half and picking up yellows, not advisable. Brian has gone back to that centre half position, temporarily out of position. Josh reads it well on the right hand side, but Fede is right on him. Plays a long ball. Bruce comes in and Dave is looking to win it in the middle, takes a nice touch, loses it to Mauro, quality player. And we don't have the other Mauro here tonight, unfortunately. He's been injured for the early part of this season. And Sammy looking to break. He's got plenty of time. He heard an English-speaking accent behind him and he thought he was man on. It was only Steve. He's on the same team as him. Mauro has time on the ball, plays it into Fede, and Josh just gets a foot on it and puts it out, and giving him a little bit too much time in the middle of midfield. And that'll happen with the formation. I'm not sure if the Reds are aware of this. And I won't say it when their manager is right in front of me. Get out of this box. Get out of this box. It's 4-4-2 for the Whites and 4-3-3 for the Reds. It's over the keeper and it's in. He heard the shout for the keeper and it's 2-1. It lobbed in. It was a decent effort. I heard the shout, keeper.
So slow to get organised in the corner for a start.
Heard that straight from the captain who's come off. We haven't been playing well since he's come off. And that is 2-1. According to Ed, it's 2-1 anyway. I've not seen both.
Bruce and Dave scored, yeah.
Bruce and Dave have scored, and it's luckily 2-1. And it was the Reds playing better football for the last 10 minutes. And Gaz on the ball trying to get past Kenji. Does half get past him. Advantage. Johnny plays a delicious ball in. DJ wins. Johnny press in again in front, and he's out of position now. Donny needs to get back and work. Donny needs to win that. He does. And it's not smart, and it's not the communication you'd expect from the boys at the back as well. And Josh under pressure puts it out of play, and Sammy will take it.
Come on, boys, lift!
Gaz gets a touch and Sammy wins it nicely and puts it in back post. And good header, and you hear the shout Ed from Ed. They need to press and get out on that. Last off a red shirt there. It's hard to tell. Both are wearing white socks and white shorts. No shouts from handball. I can't believe it. Probably into our last 10 minutes of the game, or the first half here. And we do have a top of the table clash coming up immediately after this for an 8:15 kickoff. That is Dunbar Rovers, who are ahead of Waverley Old Boys, only on goal difference. If the Gorilla Whites win tonight by a margin of 12 goals or more, look like a foul throw, to be honest. I could see the leg coming up from here. That's 3 foul throws at this level. Unacceptable. And a chance for the Reds to mount more pressure. Rushdam Stahl is prone to a foul throw himself. Throws it well, he's learnt that lesson. Shout for a handball. Ref wasn't in a brilliant position, he can only call what he sees. Good call from Andreas. Gathers it at that time and throws it out to Johnny, who's got Donny. Plays a ball into the middle and risking a challenge there.
Unlucky. It's all right.
It's Dan who's gone into the middle, actually.
It's all right, Wayne. Reset.
Yeah, it's a more 4-3-3 formation at the moment. Yeah, you can only imagine that Dan said, yeah, this isn't working, and he's changed it up a little bit.
Send bars!
Ball in, keeper can't get to it and doesn't shout for it, to be honest. Wasn't as embarrassing, but it is a lob of the keeper again, and just across comes shot. We'll have to review it when we can watch this on Podge's punditry later on when it's uploaded tonight, if I'm feeling like it, and if the internet is working at home. It's been not working the best in the last few nights.
Well done, boys, it's better.
3-1 to the Whites, and the formation seems to have suited them a little bit better, with Dan going into the middle with Gaz. And Scott and Sammy can't get on that one, and Donny looking to play Bruce. He's got the legs. Bruce has definitely got the legs and gets on it.
Go on, Bruce!
DJ's trying to tackle him, and he had to win the ball there, Kenji. He really did. He was risking both a red card and a penalty. Wins the ball though. They're the fine margins that determine a game.
Keep an eye on your own men.
Steve on the ball takes a good touch, and Gaz gets a little nick there after the ball was out of play. Referee doesn't ask him if he's okay. He seems to be.
Tight early, man early.
Sammy looking to retain possession, throws it back.
Cut off the line.
To DJ, back to Sammy.
Boys, come on. Come on. Boys, one of you.
Raúl, poco atrás, por favor. Donny wins that in an excellent 50-50 challenge. Plays it inside to Dan. He hits it. Keeper takes it nicely after a slippery bounce on this skiddy surface. Plays it out to Mauro. He is an excellent player in the middle. He'll always try and look to get on the ball, Montivero. Trying to link up there. Can't do it, Scotty. Josh comes in, tries to make a tackle, and the keeper reads it brilliantly. That's fantastic. It plays a long ball that we should be onto, and we are now. Bruce does well. Dave is trying to get on the ball, and the Reds wanted it more. Shouts for a handball. Not accepted. Carlos on the ball. Plays it to Rushdam, who gets a touch and has time. Pinto slows it down. To Rushdam again. Right-footed pass down the line. Is onside. Fede looking for it in the middle, touched by a white toe, and we only have a few minutes to go here in the first half. I better warm up any moment now. It is 3-1. Mauro is coming off, and we have a substitute. Fede coming on and Mauro coming off. That's the shouts there from the Italians. Die, go on Fede. Gaz loses it. He's not had his best first half. He did shine early on, but I expect absolute unbelievable from Gaz quite often. Putting good pressure on there is Johnny, and they do have a shot and dragged wide by Fede. That's it. You hear from the side. The Whites look a little bit out of breath. It wasn't the most breathtaking or second wind warm-up from the Whites. It's slightly better than the Reds, but you need to have a good tempo to start these games on Friday nights. The officials are doing their parts. They were kicking around the ball beforehand. Keeping the ball. Swanee can't find feet. Will run out of play for a goal kick for the Gorilla Bees. Chris plays it short.
You're very deep, mate.
Good pressure from the Whites, trying to get a break here. The ball will bounce for them. Dave keeps it up high though. Scotty can't win that, and he'll battle back to win it though.
Go on, get that back.
Steve has just got ahead of him, and ball is played down the line over Johnny's head, but it is out of play. Omar. Mauro has come off. He will be okay for the second half, I hope. Well played, buddy. Johnny looking to take this. He will go forward to Scotty. Looking for Gaz, finds Gaz. That's always a good option from left back to find Gaz. Dan takes it and he turns onto the ball nicely.
That's it, boys. That's it.
Much better.
Better play.
We are quite low on battery, and we almost are at half time here as well. Let's see if we can keep the video running till that time. Reds win it with Alex in the middle.
You dropped too deep.
He's got options, and you hear the shout from Ed as Pinto's on the ball, plays a nice one into Fede. Oh, any little touch there, and it is past the keeper. Andres deals brilliantly there. He saw the slide coming in, had the awareness to change it around, and DJ had to really win that header, and Sammy finds himself in space. Plays it into Alex in the middle. Tries to turn, and nutmeg, he does it brilliantly. And lose it out, and that's the joy of having a third man in the middle. If they'd started in the 4-4-2, he would have been through. He definitely would have. Kenji on the ball as well, loves to put his foot on the ball and pass it around. DJ keeps it simple into Sammy, and it's the Reds doing the better of the passing at the moment. Back to Deej. To Steve, who's got time. No pressure at all on him. Steve plays it in. There was a run in that direction. Needed to curl it a little bit more.
Control that back line a bit better. Huh? I know, but you need to command it more.
Passing it around simply at the back. Andreas on the ball will come under pressure now and play a high one that's needed to be won by Whites and has been won by Whites. It is a dangerous ball into the middle, and Whites are talking that they do need the easy ball, and Johnny's played a few easy ones into Gaz, and that's the right thing to do to build up confidence. You're 3-1 up, but you're not deserving it, is the way I see it at this point. Not playing excellent football. And the Bees have stepped it up. They are playing some really, really good stuff. Not a lot of chances up front, but they are controlling and passing it around the back. They do have options on the wings, and Fede is a threat up front. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do net another one in the second half. Won't get it on camera. I'll have to tell you about it at another review video later on. Swanee to Andres. Looking for options again. None coming toward. Plays a long ball. It needs to be won by either side. A little flick on. DJ does brilliantly to play it back to Chris, who finds feet in the middle. Lovely first time pass. Gorgeous stuff by the Reds, and Sammy has always got a little bit of space, and He's played a dangerous ball back to DJ. They like playing football, the Reds. Gaz on the ball. Plays it into Donny, who's got control of it. Looking for a handball, and Dave looking to turn at the edge of the box, loses it. Pinto. Nice through ball, can only be flicked forward by Gaz onto Fede. And has an effort, good save by Andres. Absolutely dusted there, the Whites at the back and in the middle. Johnny plays it on the ball, slightly loose to Scotty, and Scotty will have to work to get back in. It's the Reds putting on pressure. Loose ball by the Reds, finds her way through to Andres, who's definitely made up for that one that went over his head. We'll have to see what happened there. We'll have to speak to him on it. It's happened at either side though, so the universe has balanced that up. Scores aren't balanced though. It is 3-1. It is fairly balanced on the pitch, but the scoreline, as can happen in football, tells a different story. More clinical up front. The Linos flag hasn't gone up and Bruce isn't there anyway. Nice ball with options on the right hand side and Fede in the middle. Man on, a good call, it's good pressure. That wins the ball back for the Whites. And Bruce is on the edge there. He's got the flag up against him, however, and does put it into the back of the net. Looked like the left back may have kept him on there, but the lino was in an excellent position. We can't dispute that from over here, and there wasn't any. Red ball, offside. It isn't the half-time whistle. Johnny has left Fede in a position where he can run in, and Fede is there, but Johnny is confident of winning the header and did win it, and he's down on the ground as Josh tries to clear it out there. He's won a good few headers, to be honest. Johnny's solid in the air. And a brilliant addition for the Gorilla Whites. Patrick Summerfield has arrived. He's just entering there behind Omar. The top scorer for the Gorillas will love to add on to the 3-1 scoreline currently. Welcome. Nice ball. Lovely flick on. It's gorgeous actually by Dave, trying to return the favour to Bruce. Donny wins a header to himself and puts excellent pressure. Not enough on the left hand side, however. Good skill again by Sammy. He's a tasty full-back. Fede comes in nicely. Steve can't control it. Nice throw by Johnny. Dan can't control it. It is a slippery surface on the synthetic. Looked like a handball, absolutely, and the lino's in a great position to call that. And then the referee has called it as well. It is half time. It is 3-1 in this derby, a historic event. The Gorillas have never played each other before. It's been a tasty game with some yellow cards brandished, just a couple. One for Gavin Burns, the next one for Scott. Referee has come over, and that probably is official because I'm coming on second half. I don't know what to say. I'm gobsmacked. He's rescinded it. We appreciate that. Thank you very much. We'll be back, not with the second half, not with me, recording very, very soon. I'll give you a summary at the end.